Hey, it's Ara here. Hope you're doing well. In today's video, I want to talk about the biggest mistake that most people in their 20s are making right now. I want to share my honest thoughts as far as just what I'm observing overall with people that I interact with that are around my age, and the best way that you can really position yourself to where you're not constantly working 24/7 and barely scraping by. And unfortunately, this seems to be the reality for most Americans in general, but I would say that the younger folks are being affected by this a lot more, and that is just the fact that they are working, constantly at a regular 9 to 5, or they're working most positions just to barely make ends meet, right? So I think that this message that I will share here is it's really gonna benefit those that are in their early 20s the most. So I'm currently 28 years old right now, and I believe it's gonna benefit those that are currently single. Maybe you're living with parents, maybe you're not, you don't have kids yet, but you want that, traditional lifestyle to some extent, right? Like, it's a lot harder to attain nowadays than before, but you really wanna just, to the best of your ability, try to live comfortably and maybe have an entire family, which I know less people are willing to do nowadays just because of how high the cost of everything is, right? So the number one thing that I've noticed amongst people that that are around my age that like I've worked with in regular jobs is the average person, they work 40 hours a week at a job, right? They work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or maybe they work 10-hour days or 12-hour days. And then the thing that I keep hearing over and over again from people that I've worked with is, man, I can't wait to get home from work so that I could just relax and just kind of chill out and, play video games or watch movies. And unfortunately, as much as easy as it is to, go right into that when you get off work, the problem is you are positioning yourself in a way where you are just continuing to do the same thing over and over again. So this is like, you're living Groundhog Day, where every day kind of feels the same. And when you do the same thing every single day, then what happens is time tends to move a lot faster compared to if if each day is like uniquely different. So that is the one thing that I've noticed. And so oftentimes what happens, and so even like in my case with different jobs that I've worked, like the last job that I had where I was stocking shelves in a grocery store, I worked there for about 3 years, right? And so the thing is, like, and I know most people that are working jobs right now can probably relate to this, is, you start working at one of these jobs and then it feels like maybe a couple months went by, and then before you know it, you've already been at that same position for like 2-3 years, maybe like 5 years, and for some might even be like 10 years, right? And then when you look back at your entire life, you barely have any memories from that, or you barely have anything to show from all that work that you've put in. So this is also considering the fact that, most jobs are not paying enough to where you can live comfortably on your own, let alone supporting an entire family. And so ultimately, if you want any chance at all of raising a healthy family, then you always want to be using your free time wisely and always look for ways that you can make more money. So whether that is doing the job hopping thing, where every year or two you try to find a higher paying position, or just whenever you have a decent paying position, always look for that next higher paying gig. And unfortunately, with the way everything is right now, you kind of have to be selfish if you want to, sort of climb the corporate ladder. And I know a lot of employers kind of look down on this because you're kind of seen as like, oh, you're not loyal to a company, but let's be real, these companies are not loyal to us. So if you want to consider making more money and not have to rely on the occasional 50-cent raise that you're going to get like every year and a half of being at that same job, then you want to always be looking for that next position. And on top of that, then you want to minimize expenses as much as you can. So personally for me, I believe that the next step beyond that, to get out of the rat race altogether, is you want to be working on things to, as far as ways of making money online preferably, or at least starting some sort of side business, but preferably an online business to where you can make money working wherever you want. When you are making an income online, and I would actually make the argument, this might be unpopular to say, But if you are making, let's say, $1,000 a month online in, let's say, residual income, I would make the argument, some people are going to hate on me for this, they'll think I'm crazy, but I would make the argument that making $1,000 per month online, where every single month you have that coming in no matter what, I would make the argument that that is actually more valuable than the high six-figure paying, position where you're stuck to one location and oftentimes you got to do a bunch of manual labor, and that comes with a lot of stress. Whereas if you are making a consistent income online, even if it's only like $1,000 or $2,000, well, the benefit is you can live wherever you want. So if you are spending your free time wisely and you are working on some sort of online business, or you're learning a skill that you could do online, and you're not, just wasting every single day away towards just watching movies or playing video games or just kind of, relaxing when you get off work, then you're going to be in a far better position compared to like 99% of people that are, around your age that just wants to, prioritize comfort when they get off of work. So it's very easy to fall into that trap, but you want to be very intentional with how you use your time. What a lot of people do when they look into either ways of making money online or just improving any aspect of their life altogether is they will try and make excuses and say, oh, well, today's not a good day. I'm not, feeling super energetic. I'll start tomorrow. And then before you know it, tomorrow turns into, okay, I'll start next month. Then I'll start, 6 months from now. Then I'll start a year from now. And before you know it, a full 5 years has went by, or 10 years, and you are in a very similar position. And even though maybe you're making a little bit more money than before, it doesn't keep up with the cost of living because everything is just constantly rising up. So in a way, you have to be obsessed with making money if you really want to get ahead today. But I believe that the best thing that young people can really strive towards is earning remote income, because you can live wherever you want. So that is the message that I wanted to share in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you want to learn how you can start making an income online, if you want to see, in my opinion, the simplest way that I found to earn an income out of everything that I've come across the past 10 years online in the sort of make money online space, then you could check out the link that I have down below. And that is a training that I've put together myself that goes over how you can make money simply just by promoting products online. So you just find high converting products that that will pay you commissions for promoting them. And then you just have to focus on learning how to get traffic to your link. That's really all you need to start earning an income online. So that is just one way that I do to promote a couple different things and make income online, and I just do that. So check it out down below if you want to learn more. Otherwise, give this a thumbs up and take care. See you in the next one.